everyone. Welcome, one and all.
Guys?
Thank you for joining us. I am here today. First episode, episode 1 of InQuest VR, and I'm here with the fantastic Show Me the Money! It's the Scottish Gamer VR. And
Guys,
it's all about the VR, baby! Taznic Gamer.
Nick
said,
"Hi guys."
Hey, Nick says hello.
Hey.
So, shall we crack on with it, guys? Let's do it. So, what is InQuest VR? You may all be asking. Well, as you can see, we're inside of Real VR Fishing for episode 1. And our plan is, on every episode, we're going to be live streaming from within a multiplayer game and discussing the game for the first part of the stream. We're calling it a streamcast. And then we'll go on to chat about some of the games we've been playing, some future releases, a little bit of a Q&A with yourselves, any questions you've got, any comments we'll respond to, then our VR recommendations of the week. And then we'll finish off with a bit of gameplay at the end, so we'll go off and do a bit of fishing. But that's going to be the format for each and every episode. So, gentlemen, enough of the spiel, let's crack on. Real VR fishing. Talk to me.
Yeah, sure.
What's your experiences in it?
Exactly. I find it's fantastic. I like the fact that you can put your headset on and maybe you've had a bad day or that, and you can just jump into some fishing and take the scenery and that, and basically just jump in and catch some fish. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. For myself, I think we all know, as you can see from my little cabinet at the back there, I have spent far too many hours in this little environment. And yeah, I absolutely love the game. I think, the Mirage Soft, they've got to be sort of one of the best people out there for supporting the game. They've announced that the next DLC is coming out June, July, and that's going to be Japan. And then I think they're doing US by the end of the year. That's their plan. And they're looking at changing the fishing styles as well, which would be quite interesting to see how they do that. Because at the moment, casting and the spinning is very much the same thing. But they're on about maybe a bit of fly fishing or something.
Nick
so it's going to be really
said,
interesting. Really interesting.
"It's a very relaxing game."
Yeah, that's going to be good. That's really going to be. And
so
definitely, I wouldn't mind that bit of.
Tazzy, you've played it a bit with me, and I know.
I have. I've really only just sort of got back into it just of late after catching up with Midlife and trying some multiplayer with it. I absolutely love it. I mean, I used to do fishing with my father before he died, and we used to love fishing. And I just think it's so realistic. I've played a few
Bubble Blue
and
said,
"This is just so realistic."
"Hey guys," slightly smiling face.
If you switch it to hard mode or even advanced, I think it is, you can actually get rid of all of the HUD. And I didn't actually know that. So it's actually like real fishing. You basically just cast your rod out, and you don't get to see the fish anymore or anything like that. There's a fish finder on the advanced, so you roughly know where they are. So you know there might be a group or something over there, say, and you basically just cast it out, and it's all about bringing it in. You've got no dials or anything, so you don't actually know like if it's pulling a certain way. So it's so realistic. And
that's right.
have you just by looking around? I mean, you've got a lodge, you've got your trophy cabinet. Obviously, you've got a second medal there. Midlife has, but you've got a fantastic fish tank, and I think that is probably the best thing in this game.
I know.
I think that as a reward,
and you can
just being able to see what fish you're catching, and it's the same with the the saltwater tank, which is through there. We'll have a look at a bit later on. I think the fights you have with the fish, you get. I'm finding that I'm playing alongside actual real fishermen now, because they've found the game over the last few months, and they're actually playing it, and you talk to them, and they're actually talking like real fishermen, and they're saying, about where they normally fish and what they're catching, and they find this to be one of the best experiences in gaming, as close as they've got to being real fishing for them. And it's a challenge,
Right.
because the bigger fish, they're so random that when you're out there fishing, you've got to wait for. I played it the other night, and I didn't get a single shark, and yet people were coming in beside me, which is really annoying. Cast out the first cast and hook a shark, and I'll be sitting there going. In fact, there was one person that came in, caught one rare fish, and I was so annoyed about it because I've been there for 2 hours trying to catch it that he left the room.
Wow.
I think I wasn't abusive or anything, but I was just like, I cannot believe you just done that. I've been here 2 hours changing the cast. He came in and literally threw it out there, and he said, "Oh, I'm only using this cast and this reel." I said, "I've been using that for 2 hours and nothing." And the next person came in. 2 or 3 fish later, they caught it as well, and so people were coming into the room, and it is just that is it, because that is much like real fishing, I guess. I'm not a fisherman myself. I have done a little bit.
It's trial and error, isn't it?
I'm the same.
But being able, to go to all the different locations, and as you say, they're so realistic there. It's amazing to me that this is in like a Quest headset. I mean, we got this amazing lodge here that the one downstairs is all decorated and got furniture in it. It's a huge, great tank. All the fish are animated in there. I know it's a separate room and you load up into a different part of the game, and each level is a separate entity to another one. It takes time to load in, but the level of detail, I don't think there is another game to match it on the system myself, which is why I'm happy. Really, this is episode 1.
Said. Taz don't like touching real fish.
Fantastic experience to jump in.
You've got to give it up to the devs though, because like Midlife says, the stages, like he's got like 20 stages open. He's actually got them all open. It looks like. Myself personally, I'm up to like number 12, but the settings, all the settings are so unique, and they're all based around, is it South Korea? I think.
Yes, all 20 are in South Korea.
They are talking. They are looking to try and do something globally, which I think is going to be absolutely fantastic, because, as you know, there's a lot of good fishing spots throughout the world. And obviously a lot of different types of fish. I mean, like, for argument's sake, we've got Lake Taupo up here, which has got trout, for argument's sake. There's not many places in New Zealand that you can get the trout, if you know what I mean. So things like that is really good. So, there's a trout in that lake, so you go to the lake, especially for trout, if you know what I mean, or vice versa. So there's
Rocket
a lot
Tommy
of detail, and
said,
I jumped in with
next sale I will get it.
Well.
Just bots and priders.
On a submarine in a Father Christmas outfit. Hence the Christmas.
I hadn't been drinking, honest.
DLCs they had in that.
But it's amazing.
The yellow submarine.
Yeah, it's an amazing game. And as you say, there's 20 levels now, and it is really a fishing RPG, because you have to level yourself up to open up the next level, and the distance and the points gap for leveling up to each one, like a normal RPG, gets bigger and bigger. So therefore you need to catch bigger fish. So therefore, when you're in the shop, you look at the fishing equipment that you've got, and you set up to catch the bigger fish. And it's one of those games that I can quite happily come in, and I often do, and I've had a crap day, and I would just sit in there, and I'll go into multiplayer,
that's what I mean.
And I'll just start casting out, and somebody comes in, and you're just chatting to a complete stranger about nothing of interest really, and you're just talking about fishing and things like that, and what's going on in the world, and it must seem so strange to people that are so used to playing like a flat screen game, and think, well, fishing, really, fishing, isn't that a bit boring? But there's something addictive about
it. It's a totally different ball game. It just adds that just like look at the setting outside. For instance, you've got the moon. It works on time of day, real time, and you've got like the moon, the half crescent moon outside. You can go and sit out on the decking. You can walk all around the lodge. You've got your boats parked outside.
Exactly.
You've got, as Midlife says, you've got different rooms with tanks. Look at the fireplace.
Yeah, the animation
you can burn
and everything.
Your hand if you're not careful.
It's completely incredible.
It's so
you've got
well
your
done.
boats out there. We're going to have a look at a bit later on. We'll show you the boats. There's 20 levels. There's 15 which are freshwater, that's your freshwater tank. So you get everything from goldfish right the way up to you can see really in there largemouth bass and things, and the sturgeons. Definitely. And then down in the salt water again, you get things from pufferfish right up to the sharks now, and the sharks, they're the challenge really. It's the mako shark now, that's the one that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And just when you think you finished the game, that's the thing. You think, oh, that's
Rocket
it,
Tommy
I'm done with it now.
Said,
they do something, and you.
How does it work with the lures or bait?
Well, probably add turtles or something next, for all we know.
That's it. But
or they might add a jandal. They might add a jandal. That'd be quite fun.
Rocket Tommy's just.
But we talked about it before. The fact that that all these updates and all that are free. They're not charging us for this.
It's really incredible that that they're supporting it for as long as they have been, and everything's been free. Whether the next two are going to be free, I don't know, but it wouldn't be unfair of them, I think, now to say, well, we would like a little bit of money, because it must be nearly 18 months that the game's been out now. I'm sure it was August, September 2019.
It's got to be something like that.
And everything they've done so far has been improved the game. It's doubled, in size, really, from what it was originally when it was originally released. The community's absolutely
stuff.
The community is fantastic.
Exactly.
Whenever you go in, there's never any trouble. Nobody's abusive. Everybody's helpful. As soon as you go in, first question a person asks is, "Have you got any sharks today?" And then because they go, "If you haven't, I'm going somewhere else," and they jump into another one where people have been catching them and things. So, it's just.
And there's the different servers as well. Like obviously we found Midlife today.
I'm in the Europe one
at the moment, but there is US West, US East, and Asia.
That's right.
And I see Asia was probably the lowest one.
But it's only because of the time scales, really. But you tend to see people will jump in; they don't really care which zone they're in. They'll just jump from one to the other. This is, I have to say, really probably my game of the system. I would say, and that's probably going to sound very strange from somebody that played a lot of Call of Duty back in the day, has now become a fisherman, a VR fisherman in his evenings, and just likes to sit on his armchair, pretending to cast out into a puddle.
That's it.
So,
because when I was first told about it, like I years ago, I would have played Sega Bass Fishing on Dreamcast and that, and then I didn't really know what to expect. But then when you do jump in, then you see how much depth and how much quantity is in the game. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, well, when you compare it, Bait was the first fishing game I played on the Quest, because that's free, isn't it? And you don't see anything of that now, because it's a long way down the list of games that's out on the Quest. But that's another free one, and that's really a short arcade experience that's free. And I think everybody, when this came out, was thinking, oh God, is it just going to be an extension of that? And then as soon as you got in and you saw the visuals of it, you were like, no, this is a different level. Where are you going, Taz?
Yeah.
Your hand went for a walk there. It's like it's wandering.
Yeah, baby.
He was trying to get his rod ready. That's what it is.
Yeah. I thought my rod was flying away.
Okay. Rocket Tommy.
I was going to go chase
Rocket Tommy has said that how does it work with the lures or bait? I can't really show you here, unfortunately. Once you're in multiplayer, you can't pull up the fishing charts. Each fish could be in a different location. When you first start the game, each fish species will be sort of based in a location, and you have to find out where they are to catch them. Once you have caught one of those species, it tends to diversify, and you'll find the fish in different areas. So on the chart, you will see a picture of the fish. You'll see they'll show you like locations. It'll be a lake, or it'll be a river. It'll be the time of day, because some things is like different times of day as well. You can catch things different times of day. That's important to some of the trophies. You get trophies for fishing during the day, some for fishing at night and catching fish. So you've got to mix it up a little bit. But you'll also see they will show you the different baits,
Bubble Blue
and lures.
said, I can actually attend this stream,
There's
LOL.
obviously the different types of rods. You've got your different types of lures. Obviously, midlife's got a lot more than, like, I think myself
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. are only
Definitely.
for the beginners, if you will.
Thank God there isn't a
Amateurs.
clock on the wall that says how many hours you lost in here, because it would probably have gone around a few times. Because, I when I sort of over there, my famous little medal there I did when we first went into lockdown in the UK, and I made it a challenge that I wanted to come in the top 10. And I was doing 6 to 8 hours a day to stay in the top 10, and then it became, actually, now I want to stay second. There's no way I was going to get first place. The guy was, way above me. But it's that sort of thing, and you do see the same people, because the leaderboard is updated and the challenge goes on for a whole month. So you've got a season, which will be a month. So currently we're in January's season, and people are fishing away, and the scores are astronomical now. I wouldn't be able to. I think people must spend 10 hours a day on it, because I don't know how they're doing it. But that's the sort of addiction that this game brings, really.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
It draws you in without you realising it, and 2 hours would have passed quite quickly without you realising. Okay, I think we've done enough on Real VR Fishing.
Yeah, definitely.
Shall we crack on?
Awesome. So that was Real VR Fishing.
Thumbs up. 6 thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely. Big
6 thumbs up. That could be our score. 6 thumbs up for Real VR Fishing.
That's
I would actually give. If we had
I'm
a
giving
rating,
it 4.5.
I don't know if you guys want to rate it or not, but I would give that a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
game would be a 10 out of 10
If you were on the fence about it because you thought, fishing's not for me, just think of it like a Japanese RPG, and instead of catching Pokemon, you're catching fish, which is why I quite often put on my little cards, got to catch them all, because that's what you're doing, really. You want to get every fish in the game.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's your goal.
Exactly.
Okay, so what have we been playing then? Shall we start with you, Scottish? What you been playing over the last week or so?
Certainly. So, if you're familiar with my channel, this week I've been playing Synth Rider's new DLC, which came out, which has 5 songs that you can buy for $5.99 at the moment. 2 of these songs are Moose. So you have the new algorithm. See, I will get it out. Song that we can play through. I don't know if you have a clip that you
I'm
can
going to show that a bit later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Certainly.
In your little recommendations, sir.
See, we're still learning.
It's all right, no worries.
So I've been playing that. I've been playing an indie game, which is basically it's adapted from the old Snake game that you get on a Nokia mobile phone. Yeah, space slurpees.
Yeah.
Yep. Where you basically, you're a illuminated snake and you're trying to feed it food which is around you, and you're basically just moving your controllers so that you're not colliding onto yourself, or there's other players in the arena.
Can you do multiplayer in it then?
But you also
is it a multiplayer experience?
Not yet. So what it is you are actually playing with other people in the environment that you're in, but you're not competing against each other. You're just using the same environment. But the developer has told me that when the game does finally come out, there is going to be environments where you can have a group multiplayer in it. And I found it really good. It's one of these games, guys, where if you're new to the Oculus, you can put the headset on and you can jump in. There's nothing difficult. Like I said, you're just basically moving your hands, and it's just got a fantastic
when
when
I saw your clip of your video, I thought it was just because I said, I thought it was an art thing because it looked like Art Pulse to me. Some of the visuals they used are very similar. And then when I watched it a bit further, I thought, oh no, he's actually controlling, and he's actually collecting things. So does your Slurpee, does it get longer the more you eat?
It gets longer and longer, and what you have is like a wee space robot that's following you around, and he's telling you what percentage you're growing by what you're eating around you. So you have like small triangle objects in different colours. You have if I remember rightly, I think it's jazoids they're called, and what that is, it's like jazoids. It's like meteorites that's coming up with faces on it, and they can appear at any time on one of the levels, and on the other level they'll have 3 balloons attached to them, and they'll be rising up, and you have to stop getting them as well.
Okay.
Because that's
so
basically.
It's room scale, or can you play it standing in one spot, sitting down?
Well, I was no. I think it's a standing game. I would recommend a standing game, but you can stand in one position. Then that's basically what I did. But I never tried the room scale, but I can imagine you could adapt.
I think it is. I had a look at it myself the other day, just a brief look though. And I was in my lounge. I'm pretty sure you'll find it is a room scale to like quite a biggish sort of an area, because it's a 3D space. What Scott's trying to say, you got your worm going around, and it grows as he stares. You've got to dodge things that you don't want to hit, otherwise you're instant death, and then you've got to start again. Right. I've only played the demo, bear in mind. And what you'll find though, with the 3D space, you can actually take the snake and you could go like way over here, kind of thing, not just in front of you.
So the controls feel a bit like Shooty Skies, the one with the spaceship.
Yes. Yeah, with the cats and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly the same. Awesome where you're moving your hand to dodge the enemies, but at the same time collect the food that you're after. If you know.
And it has does it have like a world leaderboard or something? So you're constantly challenging other people at the moment, or what's the goal?
Not at the moment. The goal basically at the moment is to get 3 stars. Within that level, which then unlocks the next level for you basically to progress onto the next one at the moment. But like I was saying, the developer is hoping to get leaderboards in, and you'll see in the demo, if you play it, you currently only have 3 environments that you can play in, but it shows you and basically hidden in behind the screen that they've got up, the other levels that you can open, and there is area, I think, for a leaderboard eventually as well.
Does it have any effect? The environments? Does it have any effect on the game at all? Like, does the conditions change or something? Or?
Slightly, as I was saying, it's more the enemies they're either the first level, the enemies will just pop up randomly. The second one, you've got enemies that's actually start from the bottom and they're rising to the top, and they have like 3 balloons in them. And they're floating. And then the third one is basically just like the first one again, where they can pop up randomly. The environment, so within the levels that you can open up, the further you go, these have characters from other games that the developer does in it. So they have like...
So it's almost like Mario Smash.
Isn't it? That's right, yeah. Yeah, so they'll have like Starburst, and then they'll have a Slurpee in it, and then they have like a yin and yang's room, which has like Chinese.
It sounds like one of those games that you shouldn't really enjoy, and it sort of, you think, well, what the hell is this? But when you get in there, it's addictive again, because, like you say, it is simple. It's another one of those things. Anybody can put the headset. You don't have to think about it, and straight away you know what you're doing. I think that's the difference, isn't it? Anybody that's watching that's not VR, the difference.
Sort of retro type game, but with like modern styling, is the best way to describe it. I mean, I used to play Snake in it, and you go around, you spin around,
you hit the corners and stuff.
But I had you mentioned about the different things that pop up. I actually wrecked into a face, like a red and black little nobody face thing.
That's
that
right.
got me the other day, but I was playing, is it Poppy's World? I think it was the first environment.
Yeah, the first one.
The others yet. But I loved it, so I'll be definitely trying that out again.
And that's on SideQuest, is it, that one?
That's on SideQuest for free at the moment. So basically, once you go into SideQuest, there's a link at the top of the description which takes you to itch.io, and then you can download it. Once you've downloaded the APK, you just use SideQuest programming it again to put it onto your headset, the APK onto your headset. It's quite easy, guys.
Excellent. And the other game I saw you playing was Mare, which is one that I played myself. And
Mare is a fantastic, as you know, it's a fantastic puzzle maze game where you have a girl character that you're trying to get through these corridors, through the rooms, to collect these blue crystal cats, which isn't easy. I'll admit that I haven't got them all myself, guys. But graphically, it's just I found it to be fantastic. Again, if you're subscribed to my channel, I've played the whole game and I've put it into sections. But yeah, I found it was a game that I couldn't put down. I had to.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't intending on streaming the whole thing, and I started.
Well, Well, I think mine was about, if I put them all together, it's about 3 hours, Taza. But it depends. You can't. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I think it was about two and a half for me on my stream. But I went in and I thought I'm going to play for an hour or so, and and I'll get as far as I can in that hour, and it just grabbed me again, and it's telling a story without words, isn't it? There's no actual narration at all.
That's right.
And most of the time you're thinking, what the hell is going on there? You've got these balloons that are floating across in front of you, and you are sort of guiding a mechanical bird, which can only go from point to point. It seems like he can't stray too far from power zones, can he?
Yeah, that's correct. That's right. And then, to be honest with you, the story, I think you just make it up. You use your own interpretation for it. Yeah, because it's quite erratic, like you said. 1 minute you've got a robotic crow or eagle or that. The next minute you've got balloons that's got capsules in it that actually has.
Well, we're guessing. You only know that because the girl comes out one at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So is there no tutorial? No tutorial about it whatsoever.
No, you just go in and it sort of teaches you the initial movements and what you need to do. So your first movements will be, to be quite honest, there's not a lot. You'll basically point to there's only certain points.
Yeah, the point and click thing,
there's like towers, electrical towers that you go to, and you can only go to them. And the idea is you'll go into an area, and it just looks like a deserted city, and there'd be all these points, but when you go to a certain point, the girl follows you. So the puzzle is getting the girl through that area, because you can jump from point to point, but her path isn't always straightforward. So you will need to jump over there.
Exactly.
Go there.
So would you suggest it as a beginner's game? Like, good for someone to jump into VR then if it's a point and click, or not quite so much?
I think
Maybe
because you have to have a little bit of an understanding about how sort of developers' minds work. I think is that the way that they've changed the puzzle. I think someone going in. First of all, I thought that's what we were going to do. We were going to control a character on the ground and work with the bird. But it's the other way round. The bird is guiding the girl. So that's why people liken it to Ico a little bit. Because
a bit of a twist.
because you're basically there protecting her, and you do have, when you do your pointer, there is combat, sections of combat in it, which again is a bit like Ico. There was these black creatures, electrical creatures that used to come out the ground and try and take the princess away. This is very much like it. There's these large, tall, dark characters.
So would it be loosely based off? I
reckon they were influenced quite a bit by
so.
it, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the art style as well in places is very similar. And
because
there's a large sort of right towards the end. There's a large sort of character that you have no thing that flies about, and that reminds me of one of the things from Shadow of the Colossus. So I think they are influenced. Yeah.
Right.
That's right, because the Black Shadows, I thought they were a bit like human souls. So when your soul isn't to rest, they come in that form, if you know what I mean. Because once you've basically electrocuted them, they turn into like black crows and they fly away, and they go into like in some levels that they go into like a eye capsule. And they're collecting it, if you know what I mean.
It's really trippy because at the end, I was like, what the hell's going on here? I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it was like, is it ended or is it? And then it hadn't, and it was like, what am I doing here? Right.
So it's got a lot of scope. It's got a lot of scope with it then.
There's a bit of replayability because there's Scottish was saying you got these blue crystal cats that are placed around each area, and it's not obvious how you get to them because you have to go off the path and sort of come back on yourself again. So you work with the girl and you clear the path, but she clears the path for you. So it's a twisted puzzle thing, because you'll be stuck in an area and you need her to open up doors and that so you can get to the next zone. So it's really very clever.
And she doesn't always go the right way.
It's a very clever puzzle game.
Right, she does.
I think it's time we talked about some of your games now, Taz.
Exactly, Taz.
Well, obviously I'm not up with the play on what some of you guys have been playing, but
you are our fitness guru.
I had a quick look at that.
Definitely.
I've actually had a quick look at the Warplanes
demo.
I actually only got the demo.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, I'm not very good at playing games. I always crash. But I had to go on there anyway, and I thought that was absolutely well done. It absolutely looks brilliant, that game. I've watched some other footage of it as well, where you can drop bombs and a lot more to it. I messed around with the flare gun. I thought that was kind of cool. But I crashed into it. I can tell you, I crashed into a tank, a blimp, and then I even crashed into, I think it was the water. If not, it was the land anyway. But I just came skyrocketing down, and instead of pulling up, it went down.
Whatever I hit, it hurt.
It has some spectacular crashes. I actually put a video up on the channel.
Yeah, I got the full game, and I have to say, it's going to be a bit controversial, but I had more fun playing this than I've had playing Squadrons, and I think it's the simplicity of the controls.
Definitely.
I think Squadrons is great fun, and if you're a Star Wars fan, then it's got everything that you can get lost in the story mode and everything, and I like that side of it. But Squadrons, for me, if you go into a multiplayer thing, it's finding the balance of you know, getting the right craft and working with other people, the tactical side of it, and I get lost, and you know, and I quite often.
And there's a lot.
It's like, you know, when you're going to like a shooter, first person shooter, and you for the first time and you meet people that are on level 80 or something, and as soon as you go in, there's a bloke on your tail and he's shooting you, and you don't know how to get away because you know you can drop the chaff and things like that on squadrons. On this, on warplanes, you've basically got your rod control, you've got your throttle, and then everything else you're picking up by hand. So it's so obvious what you're doing, and it made the gameplay simplistic. I absolutely loved it, and the actual full game I think has got 3 campaigns, and I've not got through all of the campaigns on all of them. Campaigns. Well, I'm not turning into their campaigns. Campaigns, and I think I'm up to like level 5 or 6 on one of them. So if all of those have got that on there, it's pretty good value for money.
And you've unlocked them planes.
Yeah,
as well,
you can, and that's the other thing as well. The fact that you can jump from one, as you go along and you open money, you get the money and you get your credits. You can buy your planes, and you can build up your squadron. And the idea is you can make up your squadron of like a bomber, a fighter. There was another one that's a cross between the sort of bomber and a fighter, that's quite slow. And they've all got different sort of, you know, when you start playing into it, you go, oh, this is quite tactical. On that one, I need, you know, we've got to do a bombing run on those boats, because the thing that you'll find is that some of the enemies will shoot at you from quite a long distance away, and you're taking damage.
That's right.
So you'll need to jump from that plane to another one. So you're almost distracting them with that plane, swoop in with the other one, drop some bombs on them, go off again. It becomes really tactical without you realising it.
Wow. And don't forget about looking at the back of your tail to make sure you can see all the bullet holes.
I didn't have to look at the tail, it was all in the wings.
In
the wing,
But it's it's a game.
Because you got the old style
warplanes. It's a game that I didn't know anything about, and then I started to hear people were putting little notes up about it, because it's been around for a little while.
It's available on SideQuest.
Yeah, and it's available on SideQuest. It's $9.99, which I think is a good price point for it. But I do think Oculus maybe missed out on a trick there, because to me that should have been on the main store. That's the sort of game that's simple.
Well, we don't know whether they tried to get it on. We don't know what happened there.
No, we don't. But if I was Oculus, that would be the sort of thing that I'd be looking to put on there, because it's simple to play. Again, somebody that thinks, oh, I'd quite like to fly a plane, and you know, like Ace Combat, I mean, you had to be really pretty good at that, and that took a lot of practice to do it. Whereas this one, you go in there, you can use the analog sticks if you want to, but straight away, again, because grab hold of the the lever, rod, whatever you call it, and you're steering, and that's your throttle, and it's straight away you're flying a plane and you're shooting. That's the thing as well, isn't it? And you're shooting. You're not having to press loads of dials and things like that. They don't go too far over the top.
Exactly. Did you find any motion sickness or that, Taz?
Not motion sickness in myself, but I'd say my wife probably would. I don't know whether I've only got the demo, so I don't know whether there are options for the motion sickness and that allowed.
I think there is sliders on it, if I remember right. You can adjust the sliders at the beginning for the settings, change it from left to right-handed and things like that.
I definitely highly recommend it anyway. I mean, even so, even if you do get a bit of motion sickness, try and turn the settings down if you can, and definitely try it out. But another game I've been playing, there's a couple of different ones. I've only done like 2 or 3 this week. But I've also been played. It was on Steam VR. I found it the other day. It's called Milky Way Funland.
Milky Way Funland. Yes.
It's actually like a little theme parky type thing with like a roller coaster and like series of mini games. I obviously tried the roller coaster to start with. I crashed and burned, we could say, on that one. But it's quite immersive in the respect that you can actually. The best way to describe it is you start and you've got a table in front of you with, I think it's about 6 different like little bags on, and it's obviously the layout of the roller coaster when I say roller coaster, yeah, it's only like one. It's not like the loops or anything. But and you must have like rocks coming at you and different things that get in your way, and you can actually turn if you work out where the things are and look at the layout. You can actually stop them from happening so they don't hit you. I got hit obviously, but once you get it worked out, you can actually turn them off and then change direction of the track if you need to get around. So like you reverse around it.
Have they done that so
really
that
cool,
it's for replayability, so that you on your first go you definitely won't make it through unless you fluke it?
Oh no! I went straight into a rock and someone spoon-tamed at me, and then some guy with a hammer, I think it was, came down and got me.
Can you duck or dodge them, or is it like there's no way avoiding it?
You're in a little mine.
Yeah, I know, but you can move about. Can you move back and he misses you?
A stop lever.
So you got to brake and accelerate.
Obviously, I wasn't aware of that.
You brake and accelerate.
Accelerate, not really brake. Okay. If anything, just pull. You pull like a side brake on a minecart.
Oh yeah.
It's always cool when you've been in a minecart. and then it's got some mini games as well. Because I was actually playing this on virtual desktop. I was like wire free, which is the best way to play the games. And there's this thing called, I think you guys will know more about it than what I would call whack-a-mole. I think it's called.
With the old hammer,
skeleton in this case.
You don't have whack-a-mole in New Zealand?
And they were popping up down. Oh, probably.
Whack the wife.
But I had this hammer, and I was whacking these skeletons, and I was trying to win some tickets. It's actually a multiplayer game, I believe, but it's also got in-app purchasing for tickets. It's like a little theme parky thing in space thing. So I saw Chewbacca walking around like an alien. I was actually dancing with a little alien lady. That was kind of fun. But and then the best thing I found though, because there's all these different mini games. So you got like some things you shoot and stuff, and like a pedal. It's like a tennis, if you will. You hit a ball and you got to break some of the boxes in front of you, and then not let it get past you. There was that.
Right, okay.
But the best one was actually what I'd class as prehistoric pinball. Now, I take this back to the Flintstones era. You basically have to release the ball, you've got like a big lever, and you actually have to physically walk over and pull the lever backwards. And that releases the ball. It's a little bit slow, I'll give you that. But then you've also got little pop-up and little handhold grip things you hold. And then you've also got your triggers that do the, I don't know if you see my hands here, but you got the bumpers.
The flopper.
Yeah.
It works.
Little tickle.
Yeah. So you actually have to hold the grips and the bumpers.
That was the thing that intrigued me most when I watched your video, because it reminds me of carnival games, and there was I think it was called Summer Funland, so I'll be interested to see if it's by the same people. And that was that had roller coasters in it, because it had like a Batman Gotham ride in it, and it had a roller coaster in it.
Yes,
that's right.
And then,
so it sounds like the same
I enjoyed
thing.
that Batman ride on it. Yeah, similar, but obviously the mini games are a little bit different. But no, just the prehistoric pinball was absolutely fantastic. I've got to give it up to the devs on that. It was just well thought out. I thought that was, and so I played a bit of that. And then my latest edition was Power Beats VR. Now that's also I got it on Steam VR. I managed to get that, and that's actually a rhythmic. It's sort of like your synth riders that Scott's been playing. But it's because you know me, I love my rhythm games. I mean, I started off with Beat Saber, but it's actually a rhythmic sort of fitness workout as such. And what it is actually, I think it's got like 24 different songs, official tracks that they've got for it. So I think it's 2 volumes it's split up into. You can actually have custom songs. Which, if you saw my video that I put out last week, I actually put a VR baby in there, and a couple of my songs. I thought I'd just try them.
You keep pushing them, Taz. I'm not buying it.
Couldn't miss.
No. It's
copyright. Wait until you get monetization on your own music.
Yeah, that's right. But I thought, to show on stream, I thought that was quite ideal, because I composed them in that myself. So I put them together. So. Basically, what it is, it's a cross though between your synth riders, not so much the Beat Saber, although I've got hammers now I unlocked last night,
But basically, your synth rider is a bit of
Yeah.
O shape, and then I guess I've never actually played Box
Yeah.
VR. I think it's changed its name now, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean by Box VR.
Fitness.
And it's where you have to do them in succession and hit like left and right hooks and things like that. And it's all based off that. And the stronger you hit, then the more experience points you can get, the more you get for
Yeah.
high scores.
That's very similar to
And-
Box VR. It's
but the
all
thing
about
is,
the
with
timing
it-
and the strength of the punch in Box VR is exactly the same
That's
thing.
right. Yeah. So it's similar to that, except these things you've got like spears
Yeah.
coming at you, and they have multicolored ones. So like, you can have like silver ones, you could have blue ones, and there's like 4 different environments, and you've got everything from like space, if you will, to a medieval castle, should I say? That's just like 2 of them, if you will. But yeah, there's 4
Yeah.
different environments. We call them themes, if you will. So they each have their own immersive themes. And again, like I say, you can have custom songs. You can actually, there's a lot of different customization you can do.
Ready
with it,
Player
as
Rick
in mods.
said,
But basically, you've got
Hey
barriers that
guys.
come up at you.
Inside
It's very,
VR,
very fast paced with
said,
beginner right through to expert.
Hey made it.
As the levels and things. I can do the advanced. I'm not so sure I can do the expert yet. It's just so out of it, the expert. I tell you, you've really got to be good to do that. But it's just so really good. Like you got dodges, you got walls to dodge. But when I say about O shape, you've got like little tunnels that you crouch through. You've got it, and it's a room scale game
sailor.
as well. So you can actually set the room size, which I've not seen on any games, between 2 meters to 3
Okay,
meters.
so you really are moving
You can.
about quite a bit then, just
Yes,
from
you
side
are
to
physically
side.
moving.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to move. Like your walls are probably about, I don't see my hands, but
I'd
about
never
like
get through that,
wide
Taz.
sometimes. You've got, they chop and change the size.
I'm never getting through that size.
No,
No
past it. You got to get past it. But there's a lot of squatting. It's designed for fitness, and it works all around fitness. You've got an endurance mode, or you've got an endless mode, which never ends, depending on how fit you are. You can actually have proper workouts that you do that are done by proper
So you've got fitness
people
instructors
that
doing
they've done.
lessons for you then. Are those live or are they recorded?
Well,
They're
they're
Ah, so
constructed.
that
What
is
it
like
is
Box
the
VR as
exercises are
well. Yeah,
constructed by them.
they've got tracks
Yeah.
and they've got certain styles of doing the punches and things like that.
I think it said
sounds
there
the
was, I think I
same.
was reading
Yeah.
up on it today. There's about 50 different
Yeah.
ones that they've put together for you. But it also has which is something a bit new that I've not seen, is it's got the fitness metrics it has. So you got your calorie counter, which counts. I actually burned 30 calories in a song last night.
I can have a Mars
Awesome.
bar.
But it actually has a heart rate monitor, and so like what you can do. I haven't actually got that, but you can Bluetooth to any heart rate monitors
that
that
is
are out
cool.
there that are
Yeah, so pedometers and
associated
things
with
like
it.
that. So,
So you'll be able to track your
Yeah.
heart rate. So and also an Ant Plus. Now I don't know nothing about Ant Plus, but that's another one
I
that they
don't know.
use. It's a special
Right,
HRM thing that you can get. So they've tried to cater for
Yeah.
everything. And again, as I say, with the custom songs, you've got the different songs that are on it, and they're really catchy songs too. I must admit, some really
yeah,
good
because
songs.
they're not licensed.
But
They're
the
not.
thing is, with the custom one,
They're not like licensed like
right.
Muse on Synth Riders. They're not a licensed track.
I
Synth
think
Riders.
they are, because I looked
Yeah.
at the credits, and I think that they are. Yeah, not so much like Muse and stuff like that, but they are actual
Yeah.
proper people.
So-
So you got to be obviously a bit
Yeah.
careful, with copyrights and when you monetize and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I can
I
highly
can
rate
tell
that
by your
game.
abs there,
And I've
Taz.
only
You've
had
been
it probably
working
for the
out.
last
Your abs are
4
nice and
days.
firm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Definitely been working out. I was actually playing it till about 1:30 last in the morning
Whoa.
this morning. So just trying it out. I managed to unlock the hammer. Now, normally you have
Yeah.
a fist. So like you got your synth riders, how you have your balls, you
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
your
your
green
balls.
and your red, like I call
Yeah,
them balls.
your
really.
orbs or whatever they are. Yeah,
And
nice
so
orbs.
you actually have a fist. So you actually physically punching
Yeah.
these things. So the harder you punch
Yeah.
them, the better.
Mhm.
And but there's a lot of squatting and dodging in it. It is really. I mean, I had a really good workout in about say 3 songs, and the songs can be anything up to about 3 to 4 minutes long. They are. It is a really good workout. It's not quite as hard as say Beat Saber, where you hit the odd thing now and again that you shouldn't, and next thing it ends the game. It doesn't seem to do that. You can actually keep on going. So, but you can turn all that sort of thing off. You can turn off the walls. You can turn off you can choose the amount of spheres. You can go to smaller spheres if you make it harder for yourself.
You got different levels of difficulty.
There's a lot of customization.
Yeah, you got like a 3 levels.
Beginner, advanced, and expert.
And what's the
Inside
difference?
VR?
Do they throw more things at you?
Said. Great concept having in game.
Basically, it's faster. So like you've got to like you might squat and then you got to come up because I can say for sure you've got to squat and then duck a wall coming at you or a roof coming at you if you will, and then get up again and then duck again, and there's a lot of up and down movement, and of course you're reaching as well. Yeah, the obstacles you can chop and change.
That's going to be great for people that think, oh God, I've got box VR.
Want to get fit.
I don't want another game that's got punch, 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 punch. I want something that's a bit different. An O shape is good, but it's it's O shape, isn't it? And it's just constantly doing that. I found that really difficult. I couldn't progress in that
not
game.
as easy as it looks, I can tell you that.
But this is different from O-shape because you've literally got tunnels, haven't you? So it's basically working on crunches
are really
and
long.
things.
It's not just a little one. You have to stay there while the tunnel goes all the way over. Yeah.
So.
But the sound effects and everything, like they've really done the game up. I've looked at some of the website thing and that it is, and they've actually worked really hard on what they've done. A lot of feedback in that they've had and taken into account.
And it's been out for a while.
So
you said it was out in November of last year.
November the 19th, I think it was.
It's been around for a few months.
But it's also on the Oculus Rift platform as well. So you can get it on virtual
I wonder
desktop,
if they'll bring it over to the
Link.
Quest. Maybe they think there's already a bit too much competition, because that's the thing, isn't it? For some reason, VR seems to have a lot of fitness games in it, doesn't it? I know, whether the demographic they're going for is they think that people are active. It's for the more active people, so we've got to find a way of bringing that into the headset to bring more people, because obviously the more they sell, the better. And and people like ourselves that would delve into it now and then and think, I want to get fit for a month, and you can go in for a month, feel better about yourself, and then go and get a pizza afterwards. It's like, it's for everybody, isn't it? So they're all going to finding different ways, though, aren't they, of introducing different little niche things that's unique to them. Because otherwise we just end up with loads of games where you're hitting things all the time, which at the end of the day you're going to go back to Beat Saber.
Beat Saber started it all off, didn't it? Beat Saber started it all off, and it's now started a trend because Beat Saber is so popular. Like, we know it's the number one VR game out. For
if you talk to anybody that doesn't know VR, and you talk about it, and they say, Beat Saber, isn't that the rhythm game where you hit blocks? And everybody knows that. I think it must be the most, the best known game, and they think that's all VR is. And then you have to go off and tell them there's much more to VR than just hitting a cube with an arrow on it. Synth Riders, talk to us.
Okay, so not a problem. So like I was saying before, guys, Synth Riders have released a new DLC which has Moose in it, 2 tracks, Algorithm, and the Dark...
Is Moon?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Dark Out? No. Dark Moon?
They've got 2... So they've got 2 songs, guys, anyway, in it. So, like I said, I had a chance to play through it, and it's on my channel as well, guys. If you want to check out what the actual songs sound like, there's a couple of fantastic ones. A lot of synth wave in it, guys. So because of that, I've actually managed to get the chat today 2 keys for the main
Rocket Tommy
Synth Rider game.
said,
But what we'll do first is
algorithm
we'll
is
have a look at,
amazing.
the Moose algorithm video, and then we'll come back and I'll give you a quiz question that you can use to comment in the comments below.
Let's have a look at the video.
Like a slave, churn like a cog. We are caged in simulations. Algorithms approve, push us aside.
Rocket Tommy said, I'm getting goosebumps with this song.
So that's a little bit of the Synth Riders Muse track. Rocket Tommy said he's getting goosebumps from that.
Paradise Decay
You all well
said,
get ready, guys. So
evening,
win a
sir.
game, guys, for the main game of Synth Riders. If you can comment down below right now, what is Moose's first album called?
So Scottish is asking,
So that is
what was the first album released by Muse? And the first person to put that in the comments will win the code.
Good
Good luck, everyone. Yes, so Synth Riders, Scottish. What's the difference with these tracks? Have they changed, like, say, the visuals of it at all? The settings?
Yeah. So what we've got, a new environment where we have some 80s inspired keyboards actually in front of us. So when we're playing the game and we're getting the rhythm lines brought to us, we have two
Craig
keyboards on the
Sony's
right and left. Very
said,
80s inspired synth.
This is a Muse DMO. Craig Sony's said,
it's just
demo.
basically like I love Synth Rider. I do like Beat Saber as well, but Synth Rider is one of the ones where I always go back because of the music is there, and it's the kind of music that I grew up with. I'm an 80s kid, so you know.
Rattlehead 9026
So that's the reason why I go back.
said,
Yeah, and I was just taking
Showbiz.
I was just taking a selfie there.
All right.
So hopefully somebody in the chat has answered correctly, guys. If you're
Yeah,
still
they
there.
have. The first
You know, if
person to
anybody's-
come through is Battlehead with the correct answer, which is Showbiz. Well done.
Fantastic.
Well done. And
Battlehead.
after,
Well done.
if
Well
you
done.
could send me a DM, Battlehead, and I will send you the code once we've finished the show today. Congratulations, and
Definitely.
Fantastic, mate. Hope you
well
enjoy it.
done,
done,
and
well
you'll
done,
love it.
well done,
It-
guys,
I mean, there's something about Synth Riders, for me, that I prefer it to Beat Saber. Beat Saber, I think, because it's just really that, and it's all about
Craig
the
Sony's
timing.
Just the
Yeah.
lightsaber.
This,
said,
the sort of the
exactly.
movement,
Congrats.
actually, and the turning and everything.
Rattlehead 9026
And as you say,
Exactly.
the soundtrack.
said,
Because
It's
thanks.
yeah, fantastic.
it's absolutely
fantastic.
360.
fantastic.
You got the 360 tuning,
Yeah,
90 degrees,
yeah. The-
multiplayer.
Well,
It's
yeah, the only
got a
thing
lot
that we
going for it.
discussed, the multiplayer, as we said, could be a wee bit better, guys, because you don't actually play with
No.
a physical character in front of you. All you
Rocket
get is
Tommy
you get to hear each other.
said,
So I think they could
Congrats.
do that a wee bit better and maybe have something similar to Beat Saber.
Inside
where you have a
VR
character that you can actually
said,
play against.
I played Synth
but there's
Riders
like
when it
some
was
of the
early
songs
access.
has, for example, I
The
think,
VR realm
we talked about it. It was like
said,
it's like Midnight Drive. or
Hey
something like
Midlife
that, is
Oh,
the name
Days
of the song.
Thunder.
Daisy Thunder,
Yeah.
that's it. But it's done
You
by,
like that one, I know,
Yeah,
Taz.
it's done by
Rocket Tommy
Midnight. Yeah. Well,
said,
what I liked about that is
"Gotta go. Thanks for the live stream."
Getting revved up
Thanks,
at the
Rocket.
beginning,
Rocket
so your
Tommy's
hands
going.
actually
Bye,
waving
Rocket.
up and down. All right,
Bye,
see you
Rocket
later,
Tommy.
Rocket. Thank you. So yeah, I just like the fact that the movement that you do is interpreted with the song, like things that's happening within the song.
Yeah, for
so
me,
they all go
it's
together.
as you said, the music is of my era. Really, a lot of the soundtracks and you know, some of it's like the jazzy
Craig Sony's
sort of 40s music
said,
ones. I can't remember what they're called.
"Same
but the sort of
GTG.
jazz
Congrats
sort
on the
of-
live
They
stream."
work really well with the movements and things. It's
Exactly.
The whole game overall done so well, like you say about the movement and that. It's there because I would actually put that down to getting towards a fitness game as well, because it is very moving.
It is. Yeah.
That's the best way to say it. You are literally all over the show, and it has you. The best thing I like about them, as opposed to Beat Saber, and this no one sort of touched on yet, is and this is the same with my Power Beats VR as well, is you have the streamers that you have to follow, and you've got to stay on the line.
Yeah.
It's like a wave.
The river
And
lines,
that's the same with the one last night.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
But there's a lot
Exactly.
longer streams and that. And the other thing as well with the differences with Synth Rider and Beat Sabers, Synth Riders should I say, is where you've got your two hands you bring in to get the yellow ball. And
That's
how
right,
you can pick one
mixes
hand
it up
to
so
actually
you've got
do-
the green
so
where
people,
you hit
if you
with
haven't
one
played
hand, you've
Synth
got to keep
Riders,
hitting it
green.
with that. The yellows is the two hands. Obviously, you've got your colours either side,
right.
but they swap
right.
it
there's only
over
those three
quite
things you've got
often.
to remember.
Though.
So
That's the bit that gets me.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you'll be
I find
doing the
myself going
strange
like this all the
combinations,
time.
but it is right. You are like you're almost,
right.
at a disco or something like that,
Yeah.
where you're
Yeah.
doing the old dad dancing.
That's right.
well, if you play the custom songs, if you actually get some custom songs
Yeah.
downloaded, and I mean, I'm not going to talk about too much, but you can put custom songs into it. And if you do that, I tell you what, man, they are not as easy.
I find it
I've
hard
got,
anyway.
Say like for a Never-Ending Story and a Street Talk theme
Yeah.
or something along them sort of lines.
Yeah.
And I tell you, man, like you know the theme, you want to get
Yeah.
to the end. Do you think you can get to the end? They make it that difficult. It is
That's right.
the
The algorithm.
customized
The
tracks
algorithm
are actually really good.
That's right.
I believe
the
Scott's tried
algorithm.
some.
Yeah. Well, I've played the whole. I basically played all DLCs that Synth Rider
Right.
has available. I've played
Wow.
at least
Yeah.
it once. What I like about it as well is, as Taz was saying, when you clasp your two hands together and you've got the yellow ball, and then you get a big like a big bang at the end. It's starting.
Yeah, you can see your sort of multiplier going up, and linking them all together and keep completing the chains.
And the other thing-
That's it.
You mentioned about the environments as well. Like I say, you've got the 360, 90 degree. You can alter where they're all
Correct.
coming from, but you
Yeah.
can actually change. And I don't know if a lot of people know this. You can actually have either a random or you can select. You can actually change the stage.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get like an interactive kind of stage that there's a whole heap of things happening
Yeah.
as you're
Yeah,
trying to
exactly.
hit these things, and it
Yeah.
doesn't quite put you off, but you can see a lot happening in the background.
Yeah, you can have like
And I like that about it,
a
eh?
TV. You can have like a TV robot that has a test card and it's walking in the background towards you. There's a lot of
I've seen it,
like a 80 inspired scenery, if you know what I mean. But I love it, guys, and I think the guy who won the key there, he's going to love it.
Yeah,
as well,
it's
eh?
going to fantastic,
Oh,
and
he's gonna love it.
you have
He's
got
made
another
it
key
already.
to give away, which we'll do at the end, a bit later on. So there's one more.
Exactly, guys. So stay
so
forward.
there is another key to give away.
So stay tuned
Yes,
with that one,
indeed.
guys.
So the one thing I think I can talk about that we haven't talked about already is Hitman.
Definitely.
That came out yesterday, so I've not played a massive amount of it. If you watched me yesterday, I've probably done about 2.5 hours, but just in the one area really, and because I kept failing.
Wow.
But it has to be, since Saints and Sinners, it is, for all its faults, and there are a few which I will sort of say and talk about, and I think a lot of people have already spoken about them on different streams and and reviews and bits and pieces. It is polished. It's highly polished. When you're walking through, you've got all the characters that are having conversations and doing their own little thing, and you're scanning basically for your target. But to get to that target, it's not purely a case of just making your way there, because there's always an obstacle in the way. So you have to fathom out how you're going to get there. So it might be you'll need to change costumes or uniforms 4 times to enable you to get access to him. Or, as some people did, I tried it and failed miserably, you can find a weapon and just run straight at him. And if you can get to him, then fantastic. But most of the time, once there's lots of guards on the level that I was on, and everybody recognises you. That's the thing that I couldn't believe is. So I went and you go round, and there's one you have to.
Super Dexter
be
Murphy
a bit of an imposter
said,
and you
"Good
go
evening."
round there, and you'll listen
Super
to the
Dexter Murphy
conversation, and that will open the
said,
next section up.
"Hitman is
So
a
you follow him
blast."
round,
Right.
and then you have to lure him really by making a little trap or something, or setting something off for him to investigate. And then you're basically either knock him unconscious, kill him, whatever you want to do, so you can have his uniform.
Yeah.
And every time I did it
Might
for
be
the
a bit-
first 10 times. There's a bloke smoking a fag round the corner. He would hear, and he'd come round, and then I'd knock him out. Then there's 2 women on the balcony having a cigarette. They turn round and start screaming. So I run off round the corner and think, if I just go and hide in this cloakroom, I'll be all right. But you see all these eyes. So when you scan, these eyes appear, and it's people that will recognise you. So if you go back and you're too close to them, they recognise you. And I thought, oh, well, I've just got to change my outfit. So I changed my outfit, and they recognise your face. And they all shout out, and you're running around like a headless chicken. So you really do need to be quite stealthily about it, because just members of the public that's in there, or the waitresses and things like that, they will keep an eye out for you. And I was hiding in a corner thinking nobody's going to get me here. And one of the women that had seen me walked into the room and was pointing at me. It was like giving me away. I was like, I have to go over and kill her or something like that. And then it's like
I've seen
it's amazing that side of things. Yeah, the depth of it on that side is absolutely brilliant, and you can play it how you want. Like I say, you can go in and you can be gun ho, get the guns out, and that will work on some levels. But in that area, because there's a lot of public, there's no way you're doing that, because as soon as you shoot one person, there's guards all over the place with guns, and you just can't.
So is it procedural midlife? Like you know what I mean by that? Like persistence, for instance. Does it every time you go in and play it? Is it something different?
It's entirely up to you. The first bit is a bit of a tutorial, and that's the one I think you talked to me about, and that's on a boat in a warehouse. And you go in, and there's a set way to do that. You're told how to do the mission to teach you. That's really like a tutorial and what you need to do.
That's what I'd need. I've never actually played.
But you can do it.
Games,
you can go in, and you can completely forget about that and do what you like. And the first time I went in, I was getting caught left, right, and centre. And then I started going, well, if I do this, because you don't really know. And I thought, oh, he's standing over there. You need to blend in. They say you need to blend in. So you think, well, he's standing near a bar, so I need to put a barman's uniform on. So you go into like a restroom or something like that, and there'll be a bloke in a uniform. You knock him out, take his outfit, and then go round. But in the meantime, another guy will go into that toilet, and he'll go, there's somebody down there. And they call the security, and the next thing they're on the lookout for somebody that's wearing this guy's uniform. So you're hiding in cupboards and things. So that side of it is really fun. Like I say, I played for 2.5 hours, and I haven't finished that one area. I got really close, and I made the error. There's I killed the first guy, but there was another sort of hip guy that you're supposed to get, and he was meeting his daughter in this bar. So you have to clear that bar out so that she's on her own, so that he can meet her. and I think you're supposed to kill him, because I didn't do it. Kill him with rat poison and put it in a glass. Well, I've got the rat poison. I went into the bar, and this other woman that's the artist, she wouldn't leave. So I thought, well, I'll make her a drink. So I put the rat poison in the drink, gave her the drink. Of course, she was ill and run off. And then I went off running off, then searching everywhere. There's no more rat poison. So I thought, well, there's a knife there. I'll try and kill him. And I've made a complete arse of it, basically, and then ended up getting shot. But that's the downside, I would say. Most of the time, like here, because you haven't got your arms, it doesn't really matter what your hands are doing. And because these are individual controllers, it gives it that depth of realism. And I would say the biggest fault with Hitman has got to be the controls. Using a DualShock, I mean, that is... What's that? That's 4 years ago now, isn't it? Maybe longer. We've got those Move controllers sitting there. Why they couldn't do it? It works on Skyrim. It works on Saints and Sinners brilliantly. You could implement exactly the same controls in Hitman. And my arms were doing like Kermit things. They were like, Miss Piggy, doing things like that. And I was walking around, and your arm was stretching out, and it was picking up things you didn't want to pick up. And like aiming the gun is so it doesn't feel natural at all. Whereas if you've got a Move control, the first thing you motion control, you pick it up and you aim.
Yeah.
And that, for me, has ruined it, really. I mean, I would love to play that, because I think, as you were saying off-screen, Taz, you've got Hitman 1, and I think this might come with it, because maybe I had it already, because it's automatically started downloading it. There's 6 different locations within Hitman 3, and you can do Hitman 2 as well, all in VR. So it's absolutely endless, because you could, every time you go in, if you go, well, I don't actually want to do it the way that you should do it, I'm going to try and do it this way, then you could have endless hours of replayability. But please, IO Interactive, put motion controls in it. I do not understand why you can't do it. It's for me, that would straight away, it would be up there as a 9 or a 10. For me at the moment, it's an 8, because I can play it for a period of time, but I get frustrated with the fact that the controls let it down a bit. And the other thing that they do as well is, like, you've not got jump. So, it have vault over an object. So you walk up to it and you press X, and then you'll just appear on the other side of it. So that things like that take you out of the...
No, right, okay.
And then you're to climb up, you're not doing that. Whereas we're all used to, aren't we, now in VR games, is grabbing hold of things and climbing up it. It's like things like that is a real shame. And it's like they've got 75-80% of the way doing the game to be perfect, and it's like those final 25%. Yes, I did do maths at school. There's is a bit that lets it down for me for being an absolute necessity, because I think people that play VR a lot will bear with it, because they know it's a fantastic game and there's nothing else out like it. And to be quite honest, that could this be the last hurrah for PSVR, the first PSVR? I know we got Sniper Elite coming and things like that, but that's a long way down the line, isn't it? This is going to keep us going till something like that comes out. So it's, for me, it's a real shame, because it's just that thing that's letting it down for me from being like a 10, a must-have title. I think people would get frustrated. I could see you getting frustrated with it. Okay.
Wow. Well, hopefully you enjoy the
I'm definitely, having said that, I'm loving it, and I'm having great fun with it, and I will be doing another stream in the next week or so and seeing if we can get further. Let's check on some of the comments and see who we've got here. So Rocket Tommy's been in, Paradise Decay's in there. Hello, Paradise.
Oh yeah,
PD Inside VR. Hello to you, Ready Player Rick.
Hey, nothing.
Shantae, hello. Nick, I don't know if you're still there. She said that you don't like touching fish, Taz.
No, I don't like touching fish. I
don't
can
know.
fish, but I just don't do. I get someone else to take the fish.
Right.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I like. It was
Well,
so
this is
realistic,
why
you
you
see.
love
I
this.
don't even
This
know
is
the
why you
answers.
love real
I just
VR
click
fishing.
or,
Get to the
Or
chopper
throwback.
VR.
Craig Solis
Said.
said hello.
I haven't played Hitman, but I can completely see what you are saying, dude.
Oh,
Hello,
hello,
Chopper. Chopper's
Yeah, I
here.
think that's
Cheers, Chopper. Yeah, man.
how you
I
doing?
would, Chopper.
Chopper,
I would
it's
love to
Chopper.
see you play Hitman, man, because I think some of your funny outtakes would be hilarious. Doing your voiceover, being Hitman, I think would be an
Oh, Annie.
incredible
Hello, Annie.
video. Super Dexter Murphy, hello.
Definitely.
And the
Hey,
VR
Dexter.
realm, hello to you. And of course, Battlehead, congratulations
Hey,
to you
Paulson.
for winning the code.
Yeah, for winning the
Congrats,
key. Yeah.
Metalhead.
Indeed. So let's crack
Well
on
done,
with
guys.
our recommendations of the week. I think we know yours is going to be Taz this week.
Oh, Power Beats
Let's
VR,
have a look.
baby.
At the video.
Yep.
If I can get my fingers to work.
Get ready.
Yeah, very cool, Taz. Wait, stop admiring my trophies. I'm going to
Fantastic.
count those. Make sure you haven't taken one when we go later.
No, I haven't taken none.
I know how many's there.
No, you don't. Very well, yeah.
Just sneaking. I've got metal
It's-
detectors on the
You know, yeah,
exits.
yeah. I was the middle I was looking at.
So, Taz, why would you
I don't know how I
recommend
say I
Power
couldn't think
Beats
of
then
that.
to people over some of the other fitness
Well,
games?
if you're into your fitness, I find, well, I haven't played Box VR, I must admit, as I say, but I know that is very physical. And after playing Beat Saber, O-Shape, and Synth Riders, I just like the way they've joined the whole lot together. Because Beat Saber, they've actually got hammers as
Yeah.
well, so it's a similar sort of thing. And they've actually joined it all together. They've got all your fitness metrics. So if you want to burn so many calories in a day, so I can set if I want 200 calories to burn. I didn't actually mention that earlier, but yeah, if I could set, say, 200 calories, you can pick what you want. And once you've burnt the 200, that's me
Yeah.
for the day. You know, that's my workout done. Or you could go extreme and say, oh, I want to burn 500 calories today, just for the
Do you-
sake of
so,
it. And it counts in every
yeah.
song that you do. So, like, it's got a countdown timer as well for the song, so you know how much is left. I'm not 100% sure, though, if say you hit too
Yeah.
many things, whether the song ends. I haven't
Okay,
actually
so
figured
you've
that
not
out
been
yet,
that
so
bad
obviously
yet.
not too good.
You-
I haven't been that bad yet. But the amount of squatting that's
Yeah.
involved and the way the room scaley bit of it actually works, and like I say, you can change from 2 meters to 3 meters. So you've got that little. I've actually played it in. You know how you can have your little set space
Yeah.
on the Oculus for the Guardian.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've actually managed to play it as much as I can in
Yeah.
something like that, and it actually works really, really well. You've still got the maneuverability to get through the tunnels and dodge the walls. So I find it so unique with the way it's got everything put into it, and it's so fast paced. I don't know if you saw by that video how fast paced it actually is.
Yeah,
They're
on that
coming at you. And
video
you've got
it
a
shows,
skilled-
you know, Although I did see that there's people
It
in
shows
gym
quite a lot.
outfits, and then a girl comes on with a jacket on and a pair of jeans, and is banging out the things like that.
Yeah.
I thought that's almost like, well, you
That's-
can
that's
do it
right.
casually, or you can treat it seriously. Is what I think they're going at. So if you want to play
Oh,
it
for
as
sure,
a
for sure.
as say a Synth Riders, where it's just for fun and a bit of music, then you can play it like that.
Yeah.
But if you want to get serious and you want to
That's right
burn
up
the
your alley.
calories, you can crank up the levels. You can, make it more energetic, more physical, and and get more involved in it. So it looks like
Stocky
it's a good
VR.
combination.
Said, hey,
And
Awesome. Oh, I hope you like
Scottish, you're going to go with Synth Riders this week.
And definitely Synth Riders, guys. I mean, there's only 3 words that can sum up Synth Rider. Retro, 80s, and party on.
That's 4 words.
With the music
We're going.
that good.
I'll let you hyphen
Well, there you
party
go.
hyphen on.
I can't. Hey, I wasn't
I'm
good at
good
maths
at English, I
school,
wasn't
mate.
good at math, but I'm bloody good at Synth Riders. I know my orbs. And you have another code to
That's it.
give
I know
away.
where that is.
Scottish.
I do have another code to give away. So this time I don't. Will we just
Yeah,
drop it
no,
into the
what we're
comments
gonna
and see who
do
gets it
for-
first, or would you like to do
Yeah,
something
this
different?
giveaway. What we're looking for you to do in the comments, guys. What is your favourite news track? And then what we will do is we will do a draw. We'll give it, say, till
Oh, yeah.
next Wednesday. So it'll end on Wednesday. So put a comment in the video up until next Wednesday. Then after Wednesday, we will do a draw and announce who the winner of the Synth Riders code is. So good luck, everyone, with that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And good
Yeah,
luck, guys.
brilliant.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
I
You'll
think
love it.
we have got to the
Definitely.
time where I can
Awesome.
go mad and go fishing. You don't know what it's
Hey!
like.
Yay! Let's.
So, are we going to show
Yeah,
them
we
around
can
with
do.
light?
What do you guys want to
Shall we
do?
show them
What do
your
you want
yacht?
to see?
Oh, I'm sure they'll want to see your
They want to see
sailboat
my boat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Let's go outside.
and your fish
There we go,
tanks and
guys.
Well,
everything.
If you've
There we
not
go.
been into real VR fishing for a while, oh Taz, that's spooky. He's
Yeah,
come
yeah.
through for the door. If you've not
I mean,
been into real VR fishing for a
How
while,
cool is
the
this,
latest update they did over the festive period, they've now introduced
Uh huh.
a selection of boats. So in freshwater, you've got a number of boats. You can change the colours,
Woohoo.
Look at that.
and
boy.
whenever you're on
Hey,
the
I'm
one
gonna
of the
go stand on this
boating
boat.
lakes,
No, I'm not.
you can use any one of those customised to your own style, or in the saltwater one now you've got a number of boats as well. This will freak Taz out. So you got
This is mine.
you can by
Hey!
buying you have
I'm
to
on a
buy all the
submarine.
boats like you did before. But once you've bought all the boats, that opens up the
I
free
can't hear you.
submarine. So you can change the colour. So of course it
cool,
has
that
to be
is.
yellow submarine.
We're all living on
Yeah.
a yellow submarine.
But there's there's a
Exactly.
number of boats. It
Yeah.
doesn't affect gameplay at
Super
all,
Dexter Murphy. Said,
but it's really cool.
yay,
Just a visual effect.
something to win.
But it's still nighttime midlife. We
Craig
haven't been out
Sony's.
too long,
Said,
And
Uprising would be my favorite.
right?
And then-
Uprising,
we
nice.
see
Yeah,
this
that's a
bad boy,
quality
guys.
song. So, this is the saltwater,
Oh,
which
look at this.
you open
Wow.
up once you get to level 15.
Look at that.
Once you get to level 15,
Wow,
look
you
at
can
that.
start catching saltwater fish. But one of the things we didn't discuss was with multiplayer, it now allows people that are below
Uh-huh.
you on the levels, even if they haven't got to the saltwater levels, you can go in and fish with people, which is superb now, because one of the frustrating things is, like any RPG, is you start off at level 1 and you're seeing all these people that have
Just
catch it.
watching
You
it.
make yourself at home, Taz.
It's got
you know.
some sleep.
Do you want me to put the kettle on?
I ain't got nothing like this.
Yeah.
You got one.
Yeah.
Buffy,
So
look in one.
you can come in and
Yeah,
you
it's
can
awesome,
actually
good luck.
you will actually get a shark on the end of your line, but I'll be very surprised if you catch it, because you've got to build up, and buy
Yeah.
the rods, and the rods that you need to catch the sharks.
Sorry, guys. He's no one to cut
No.
you.
No, there's no fiddle.
Don't, oi, oi, you two,
Yes, the wind.
leave them alone. I've cleaned this.
Where's your fridge?
Do you mind? Wipe
Sorry,
your feet.
I thought you made
Wipe
it on
your
holiday.
feet. Yes, no. Well, it's £85 a night for two. And I'm afraid it's self-service.
Oh, that was
But
clever.
No, it's
but
really-
on
it's really
top
cool.
of that, I do need you to clean the glass on the tank before you leave on the inside.
Oh, well,
Um,
I'm not so sure about that.
But yeah, it's pretty amazing to have
Brilliant,
something
zebra
like
fish.
this
Come in.
as a
I know.
reward for all your hard efforts catching the sharks, which are
Yeah,
difficult
and you
to
caught all
catch on
these, eh?
expert. But it's all practice.
yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
But it's absolutely
at them
superb.
purple
So
and yellow
I'm
and,
someone
pink
that's
ones.
not
Wow.
into fishing, as I keep saying, but playing this, I am somebody that has had aquariums all my life. Even when I was a kid, I had a little goldfish
Ah,
bowl
yeah.
in my room and had like
Wow.
marine fish tanks. So for me, this is brilliant because I know they're not going to die. I can switch it off. I'll come back and they'll still be there.
And that's
So
it.
that's brilliant. It is
So can you
fantastic
change
to
in-
have something like
You know how
that.
you got the stones? You got the stone walls and the trees and all that. Is it like the other one?
Yes,
where you
so
can chop and change, or you got
all of
more?
This is just
design you
got
can
when you
use?
get it, it's just block work and the gravel and the bubbles coming up. Everything
Right.
else you see in there has been bought
Yep.
or caught. There's a catch line.
Okay.
Everything I own, I bought or caught myself.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Cool. It makes the feel of accomplishment.
Yeah,
That's-
that is
that's
it.
the good
Those are
thing
your
about
trophies,
it.
not those gold things
Exactly.
in there.
If you want fish in there, you got to
Yeah,
go.
those gold trophies. It's
basically.
nice to have those, but that's your reward because people will come in
Yeah.
here and know
So
that
that-
you've had a battle to get
What's
those
the biggest
sharks.
one you got then? That blue thing. Is it the big shark that's your biggest
The
one you've got so
Mako,
far?
yeah.
That
Yeah,
big
that's
blue
the
one, or
latest
silvery
shark on the
looking one?
left. The Mako there. So,
Right.
so
Right.
you got the Mako, the tiger
is
shark,
awesome.
which
That
was
is
the
huge.
first shark. There are little tiny sharks going around, like gummy sharks. You can see over there. You've got
yeah.
like I can't remember what it's
Mhm.
called. Is it a skate shark or something like that? The one with the flat head on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
You can.
it's
That
pretty
is awesome,
incredible.
man. So how much does it cost to get a room?
Yeah, well,
like
it's
this?
£85,
You say-
but
say
you have to
want
clean the
85 a
tank.
night, but- Yeah. I'll give you 80.
And it's self-service. So if you, yeah, and I don't want you. I count the fish as well. I know exactly how many's in there. So if I found out you've been doing some
Oh,
fried
bugger.
kippers or something,
I was going to
yeah, going to grill a shark.
I want something to eat.
No fishing.
But yeah, it's pretty amazing. And then you've got this. And
my
one
stuff
thing
up.
I didn't realise until we started deciding to do this stream, when you're actually talking, your moves,
Yeah.
your mouth,
Yeah.
your moves. The mouth
The mouth
moves.
moves.
It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
that's right,
So
yeah.
I noticed
even
when I
that
watched Scott
attention to
earlier,
detail,
Yeah.
you know, it's fantastic.
It is
but
brilliant.
you know, the amount of effort they put
Exactly.
into it. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't
I
wait
love
till
it.
June or July when the next one comes along. By then, I might have caught 15
Yeah.
Makos. Who knows? So, shall we go off and do a bit?
I wonder.
Let's go and any
Definitely.
particular
Definitely.
number?
Let's go do some fishing.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, anything that's got shark.
Anything that's got sharks.
Let's go try and catch a shark. You say we can't, but we'll have a go,
18. Yeah, we'd do
Cool.
it.
18.
There's sharks here.
Let's see.
Oh,
Hello
look
to
at
everyone
you.
watching.
Hello.
My pink-
Hello,
my
sailor.
pink-
Woohoo!
Hey, hey.
Here we
Yeah,
go,
Let's
guys.
go.
sexy mama.
Oh,
God, I
straight
feel
in.
my hand, eh? Does it keep my settings right head? I
It's a
bet you it
pintle
does.
beam.
It's trial and error, this Scotty.
Yeah, I don't know how well
No.
I'll do, guys, but I'll try my best.
What we'd do,
I'm gonna
I had
see what
started doing not the biggest fish competition. I'd started doing the smallest fish, because then anybody can catch the smallest fish. So what we'd do
Alright. Hey, do you
after
hear
this,
the
we'd
music?
do because this
you
one's a
catch
big
something?
one. I don't want to give you a head start. We'd do smallest fish competition.
Oh,
Right?
that'll be me. Yeah, 'cause I've changed mine to, is it the middle one now?
Oh,
the
yeah.
advanced I'm on now, with the different, where you got the actual
Oh,
fish
I've lost
finder little thing
Yeah.
that pops up.
Are you finding that easier?
I thought
Or?
that was pretty cool, but is there no fish finder?
Yeah.
Oh, I got something.
Do you find that easier, Taz, or not? Oh,
Oh, look at
yeah,
that.
you had it as well.
Wow.
Jeez.
That was a
Oh, it got
tuna.
away. Did you see
Tuna.
it? I saw it. I
Yeah.
saw it. A tuna.
Yeah.
Is it a tuna?
I'm going back that way
Hey, I've
because
got- how
I've
was it
got a
okay?
tuna
Sorry.
on the end of this one.
You're all
For
right.
some reason, I was
I've
aiming to
distracted myself.
Hang on.
Here we go.
You, baby.
Whoa.
Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed the show
Yeah,
today.
thank you everyone for your
That
comments,
was
for coming
episode
in,
1
and
of,
your likes.
InQuest VR.
Really appreciate it.
Exactly. Thanks, guys.
It's good fun, and I think what we're looking at doing is it's going to be fortnightly, isn't it? It's obviously because of the time differences
I think
Yeah.
so,
and
yeah.
all our work patterns.
Oh,
You
Here we
know,
go.
it's difficult for us to promise that we're going to do it on a fortnightly basis, but we would love to make it a regular thing. And the idea is that the amount of multiplayer games that are available for the Quest, each episode we do will be in a different one. So when Real VR Fishing gets some more updates, we can always come back in and show this one again. But there's shooters, Beat Saber. So, whoa! First one!
Well done.
So there's
Well done.
there's lots of us to share with you
Yeah.
guys and show you, and it'll be different each time. What's going on
Oh,
here?
he got a fish tail. He got one too.
I think so. What size was? No, that's going to be unfair. Because look at that. You get what size was? I've not won. That's for sure, is it? That,
There's
like
only
the smallest fish. It's a bit.
But did you see the size of the other thing I had? That I tried to get?
It's not the size that matters.
That was probably one of the biggest things I've ever caught.
That's what you can
Yeah.
do with it. Yeah.
You let it go because you didn't want to touch it.
Right, it's not the size of that.
I don't like touching fish.
Jumped off. No, that's right, I don't. Gave
Yeah,
you things.
you don't know where they've been.
I went fishing when we were away, and yeah, that's what Nick's on about.
So you don't mind catching them, you just don't want to bring
Oh,
them
no,
in.
I lost it.
That's right, that's right. I catch him, and then someone else has to undo it.
Well, hey, well,
Hey, but look at that fish though, look at the effort. Look at how
Giant.
Chevelle
Yeah.
you just got. Wow, that's
that, unfortunately that's not right. Here we
Really
go.
not good.
Ready? Smallest fish. Remember the size of it.
Right.
Competition.
Well, you should be able to take a snapshot anyway, shouldn't you?
Oh yeah, but you just, when it tells you, it come in with like how many centimetres it is or something, so you just have to remember what size.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's not a biggie. I'm feeling confident. Oh, bollocks! Pardon me.
I like the way it nibbles
Stop!
the line.
I don't want to. It's typical, isn't it? Oh no. Sorry, everybody there. I was saying that before we started the show, if Taz swears, he's going to have to sit in the
Oh, I
corner.
lost that one.
I'm going to have to put myself in the corner.
I had one.
Oh no.
There we
I
go.
can't believe this.
1.048.
Is that one that you got over there?
Yeah.
Jump midline? Have you got that on
Yes,
your line?
unfortunately.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm saying unfortunately. This is what I've been hunting for.
All right. But if you look up there, I don't know if you guys can see mine, but you can see the rod, how it really takes the strain.
Yeah,
and
it's
everything.
fantastic.
You see Vidlife's one.
The
and
realism of the game.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
The locations, the way the fish, you know, the fight with the fish and everything.
There, I got a little one. Okay, I got a 25.5
Oh, I think
centimeters. I say
Scottish
25
won that one.
centimetres.
Yeah, 1.048.
Try it again. I would have won had I caught that other big thing that jumped off.
Wow, look at that, guys.
Is that the
Yeah.
Mako then?
I think it is.
Hi.
So that'll be number 4. Only 11 to go after this one. I've got to get it in first though.
Wow.
Oh, this one's really small, 0.5.
Oh, what? Oh no, it's going the other way. No, I'm losing him.
Oh, he knocked mine off. Your
Don't
fish just
give
knocked
me
my fish
that.
off.
You,
No, I didn't. I did not hit
you
one.
rubbish.
Serious.
You just saw that was bigger than Scottish
Your
is.
fish snapped my line.
You saw it was bigger than Scottish is, and you let it go.
It snapped
Yeah.
my line. It just snapped my line, I tell you.
Oh no. It's putting up a fight. Can one of you not drive your boat out there and just knock it on the head? Save me this.
No.
I know.
They won't let us. I was actually going to have a look in my boat, actually.
No, it's done it again. Missed
Wow.
it again. Just gets to that.
But like, do you not think it's so with the sound and
yeah.
everything? Like you've got the nature sound above, you've got the splashes. By the way, I got a good photo the other day, midlife of your shark
you?
in the air. You know,
Yeah.
I took the photos. Oh, I can't walk on the boat. Why can't I walk on the boat? My fish
No, you can't. You can.
Normally you can walk on the boat. and have a
Yeah,
look.
no, you can walk about
I
if
went
it's
in and
room
saw the
scale.
boat.
You can walk about it, but you can't actually. Not. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, it's
Right.
gone again.
wow.
Yeah, it's all the animations and everything that amaze me. You got all those cars going along on the bridge. You got birds flying overhead on
Yeah.
some of them. You know, you
I was
you
taking a
have the
selfie.
clouds going over. It snows on
I
one
must
of the
admit,
levels.
The costumes are fantastic today, guys. He looks different than Father Christmas, doesn't he, Scottish?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we're out of festive
He was
season.
Father Christmas on his
Santa's
yellow submarine.
Santa's got time off now.
What about the Easter bunny?
But there you go.
Hey,
If you can find an Easter Bunny outfit in
That's
real
coming.
VR fishing, I'll wear it. Just for you,
Oh, no,
Taz.
You obviously put the Santa one in. I couldn't dress up as Santa, so nothing Santa
Yeah, I
you
think
got.
you did.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
a Christmas one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not available
Come in.
anymore, doesn't look like.
Come on,
I can add the
come
white
on.
skin and everything.
get in. It's a tiger shark after all
Right,
that.
Look at that, guys.
Oh, you got a
After all
tiger
that, I
shark.
wanted a Mako.
Wow. 307
Yeah,
centimeters.
no. It was 3
Hey?
centimeters. It's your eyesight's bad. Must be those glasses, Taz.
No, it's 307, isn't it? 307, something like that. I saw it there. Only just spit it on
All
your
that
boat.
effort, and it's not even the shark that I wanted. That's the thing about the game as well.
Oh, it's
Is
right.
you'll be fishing away, and originally you'd be fishing all the time, going, "Oh, I want the shark, I want the tiger shark," you know. And now you get to the tiger shark, it's like, "Oh, it's another bloody tiger shark." And they've cleverly, the way that they've evolved the game, the fish that were the rare fish have been overtaken by like little butterflies and things like that. And you get a yes, oh, it's a sodding bloody shark again. Sick of these bloody things.
Did you want to change the scenery?
Yeah, we.
Midlife? Did you want to try and show
Yeah,
them
which
some
one do you
others?
want to go to?
Cool Guy 6.
There you go. That's
Said.
what I want.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were.
Hey.
You just caught a 31 centimeter
Banner
fish.
fish.
you just
12.3.
got. Banner fish.
That's
Coral
pretty.
fish, eh? Just
12.351.
any different one? Anything
Yep.
that's not 18?
Anything that's not 18. Oh,
Well, why don't you? I'm not 12. So
let's
then
let's
start
go
using,
to
the beginners.
level
Exactly.
19 then. I just
Cool.
see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now
Hello,
we're
Cool
talking.
Guy 6.
Look at this.
Now we're
Cool Guy
talking.
6 is here. Says hello.
Check out the night
Stocky is
scenery.
here. Hello,
How you
Stocky.
doing, cool guy? How you doing,
Can
Stocky?
you see that grill up there in the red window, the top red window light there? See
Yep.
the lights on? Ooh, in
Yeah,
the penthouse suite.
that's it.
Did you bring the binoculars midlife?
That's £410 a night. And you have to clean the outside windows on that as well.
Sorry, that.
Oh, wow.
I'll just sleep. I'll just sleep in the boat.
Yeah, you're all right.
It's probably cheaper and a lot comfier as well.
Although I'm not sure about this rocking motion. Oh no! Well, this is some big fish, so I'm not going to get the smallest fish on this one.
Oh, I lost it again. No. I blame the bird.
The bird put
must
you
have
off.
swooped in and got my fish. No, you swooped in and got my fish. They do that, you know.
Not in this game.
Yeah,
In
Inside
real life,
VR.
yeah, I know.
And in real
Said,
in real life.
how many locations
They're
does
all
this
fishing
game
off
have?
a pier, eh, and there's these big
Right there,
rocks
this game has
And 'cause as soon as you put in
currently
the bin,
has
the fish
20
come again.
different levels. So you've got 15 freshwater levels, and then you've got 5 of the saltwater levels, which is we're on 19 out of the 20 at the moment. Oh, I missed that one.
keep getting the bite, but they keep jumping off.
I'm getting nothing.
Yeah, that doesn't count. You can't
You
have
can, but the other thing
nothing.
as well, like if you watch the ride, like you can
It's
actually
just
put it in
see-
there somehow. I got to walk over there, I think. But you can actually put it in there.
Oh, Taz has gone. Uh-oh.
Taz
No,
is gone.
could be his battery.
Battery life.
Either that or he's cocked his salt because you beat him. Didn't even say goodbye. There you go, episode 1,
I know.
and the group gang splits up.
What can
Yeah.
you say? Yeah?
It'll be the famous last ever InQuest VR. The one and only episode.
I would like to see what he
Yeah,
says when he comes
if he
back.
comes back. If he doesn't come back, then we've definitely done something to upset him.
That's it.
Nick's rubbing him down with a bit of fish. Get that oil base on you. It's good for you. Fish
Yeah.
oil's good for you.
Yeah, you need this. Yes,
Yeah.
Amiga 9 or whatever it is.
It wasn't me this time that messed up.
Guys. No, I was lucky. The thing is, we done that.
Yeah.
at the beginning, so
I gave him enough warning.
that's it.
Inside VR. Said,
Oh, poor
since the
guys.
quests take a graphics hit, this looks really nice.
Yeah, I have to. For me, inside VR, this has to be the best looking Quest game out there by a long shot.
Yeah,
The realism
definitely.
of it is brilliant.
Yeah.
I've not got PC VR, so I can't tell you what the PC VR game would look like. But if it's better than this, then that would be something truly amazing. Oh, hello! Look at the shine on that.
Yellow sail,
Yeah.
red bass.
It's very colourful. So on the Quest 2, they have upgraded the visuals as well. So it does look even more incredible. But I don't know if they've done anything to the Quest 1 to, to help improve that at all.
I wouldn't imagine so midlife. Because I might overheat
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
But still, I mean, this is,
I mean, for
Yeah.
us, yes, that's fantastic. you
and
know
it's
what
got the gameplay as well. It's not just about the visuals. Sitting here because
I mean? No, exactly.
it's not often that you won't sit here for more than a couple of seconds and catch a fish. You'll cast out, you'll reel in, and you'll have a fish on the end of it, and then it's all about the battle. And each species has a different style of fighting as well, so you do get to know them a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he's not back.
I just like the fact that
He's not back.
I know,
We've lost
exactly.
him. 3 become 2. Yeah.
I just like the... That's it. Yeah, I just like the fact that because he like lockdown and stuff like that at the moment, at least we can
Yeah.
go somewhere apart from the 4 walls that we're seeing
Yeah,
every day.
yeah. Something like this does help you to escape, and it's partly why I sort of really did for the first couple of months. I really did spend a lot of time in here because I couldn't go out anywhere.
Inside VR. Said. I could sit in the back garden and go fishing.
Exactly, Inside VR. Inside VR said he can sit in the back garden and go fishing. He does live on the
exactly,
Thames, though, he said.
Oh, right, oh well.
No, I'm joking. I do live on the River Nile, though. I can sit in my backyard and go fishing in VR. I have said, though, I would really love, if you're watching Mirage Soft, I don't mind being the guinea pig, being the person that you take to each of these locations and sitting on the boat with a headset, with you filming behind me, and I'll pretend to be fishing in VR. Because I think that would be quite cool. We're actually VR fishing in the actual locations would be superb.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to do that, Mirage Soft. Give me a call. I'm available most days. Online in your bloody game.
That's it. Oh, midlife's hauling in there.
We'll do, once you got that one in, we go to one of the freshwater ones.
Yeah,
Taznic Gaming.
So you're alright, midlife.
Said.
You deserter.
Hope you enjoyed that, folks.
You deserter,
Yeah,
Taz. He's in the comments. Taznic Gamer. You deserter. You copped a strop and you left us.
Is that scary fish you had to
they're
disappear?
not real. So let's go
Taznic
to
Gaming.
number 10.
Said. ILBEA. Taznic Gaming. Said.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
wow, what
He'll
big
be
difference
back.
again,
He said he'll be back. Who forgot to do their
I've heard
battery
that
check?
before, Taz.
Taznic? We might not let you back in. So I'm going to see if I can catch a swan or a duck. I
Alright,
do
here we go,
like
guys.
duck and plum sauce.
Depends on
Yeah.
how they're cooked.
Very well. I don't want them raw like that.
No. I know they're red, but come on.
Oh, we caught one.
I've got a big one. But it's going to snap. Yep, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. And they have put new fish in here as well. Each of these levels, when they did the update, had a new variety of fish, or new variety. It's not a plant, a new species of fish.
A fish, yeah.
A variety.
You know what the funniest thing is that I always look out for a guy walking a dog. there's no guy around there. That's the
no
weird
dog
thing.
walkers. They're obviously
Yeah.
there you go, Skyger. They're obviously abiding by the isolation rules.
It must be, yeah. It must be. Because I would definitely be
I
walking
reckon
my
that's
dog
a
in this
football.
seat if I
There
had
must
this
be
on my back.
sports pitches over there because of the floodlights.
Yeah, yeah. With the lights, yeah.
It does make you want to go for a wander. I mean, if you had an open...
definitely.
I wonder how far you could walk. You see me over on the bank walking the dog. If I take the Guardian off...
I would definitely be
you
there.
took the Guardian down, I wonder how far you could walk round this. Before it sort of goes, no, that's it.
That's it. Guardian comes up or not. Have you ever played your Quest?
Yes, I did when I first got it. We got a courtyard at work, and I thought, oh no. Yeah,
Here he is.
and as
Here
I was
he is.
saying, that bloke,
Time Lord is back.
you know, that Taznic, what a pain in the arse he is, you know.
I know.
Hello. Hello,
Magic. He can
Mr.
come
Ben,
back and,
he's
a
appeared.
He's a Time Lord.
What happened? What happened? What happened? Come on.
Oh, the woman wasn't at the penthouse suite. I went up to say that I'd wash the windows,
No.
but she wasn't interested, having none of it. No, my
That's why
kids
we
made out
had
on
to
me.
move.
Yeah, no, that's right. I jumped in to see if you're still on.
Yeah,
all
all
good.
good.
All good. Sorry about that. I'll have to plug it in. Maybe I'll just keep my Oculus Link plugged into it next time. We'll do that for next time. I wouldn't have thought it would have ran out, but it did.
It was all that. It works on the vibrations. You've obviously been playing power beats too much.
Vibration.
You flatten the batteries.
Oh yeah. That's what it'll be. Although it was fully charged.
Do you remember on the...
At any rate.
Yeah, welcome back. So guess what you missed? That's catching fish.
Did you
Oh
get
no,
it?
you won again.
Look at this.
Yeah,
He just got a splittery.
he's done it again.
We'll put that in his tank. We'll put that in midlife tank.
Yeah.
Keep that for
Thanks.
midlife tank.
That's it. Another fish can eat it.
I see you change locations. I've not done this one.
Number
what
10.
Is this one, midlife?
This was one of my
okay.
favourites.
Oh, 10. Oh, no.
You're sort of on levitating blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was me then.
Oh,
It was
yeah, I was going to say that it just literally turns off on you.
No.
There's nothing you can do about it, eh? But then I've got to get it so I get a little bit of charge in it.
no, I got one now as well. I got an oily shiner.
I've got
an oily shiner. 8.053 inches.
Oh, he got away.
Oh, a bluegill, sorry.
Yeah, you got a 20 centimetre.
Yeah, you won though. Beat me by an inch.
Yep.
She said.
Interesting, ain't been on these little pads, these little blocks.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just the
it's cool,
animation
eh?
of the water behind you, things. So I love them. I love all the locations. I've got my favourites that I always go back to.
Check out the
Yeah, I
bugs
know,
behind us.
Bloody
Can you guys see the
mozzies.
bugs?
Yeah.
And
Bloody
ducks
mozzies.
over there.
See? Can't get away from flies.
Got
and
your
mozzies.
ducks as well, look. Oh, this
Yeah.
could be a little one. And the good thing is, I know it's not going to have a shot go on the end of it.
I keep getting these big ones all the time.
That's the same. Another oily shiner. Personal best. I've got a 9-incher. A 9-inch oily shiner.
Oily shiner.
Hello, Mrs. Midlife.
you better take a picture of it, mate.
I'll text it to her.
These ones keep snapping my line, eh?
Yeah.
Keep getting away.
Oh, look, you can see the shadow of this one. Jules might be having a holiday in a lake.
Come on. Ah.
Don't. I keep getting all the bites and I keep getting them in partially. But did you say we can't catch the real big ones? Anywhere, did you say?
If you're, it all depends on your rod length, sir. The strength of your rod and your line and your reel.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I've not seen anybody that's been able to catch a really big fish. It won't. The line won't take it.
Yeah.
It just snaps. It just runs off and snaps the line.
Yeah. All right. So what grade's your line? What tension and grade are your lines in?
Yeah, I don't change from freshwater or saltwater when I'm fishing. I just keep the saltwater one,
Right.
same bait, same reel. So my line length is 8, the drag is 7, and the tension is 4. So that's like the strongest.
Yeah, so that's quite a lot compared to what I've got. I've got 3, 4, 3, and 6.
So you do need
mine's
as soon as
freshwater as
possible to start buying the better rods. But the problem is you can only use them when you've got to a certain level. So it does make it a little bit tricky.
Right.
It's finding the right balance of what fish to catch and what to throw away. I usually keep the rare fish and throw away all the trash. But because I'm saving up now, I know that they're going to be doing some more updates. I'm keeping them all so I can have the money. But once I get to
So you got a few people watching, I know, in the comments.
Good.
Yeah.
Hello, family. Hope you're all well.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll get you those. I'll get you those chocolate cookies. I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah, the woman up in the penthouse wanted me to.
Oh, did she now?
I said I didn't like your chances, David.
My rod's not strong enough.
I didn't quite say like that.
How long did we get before the innuendo started? We're past 9 o'clock now, so it's fine. It's all good.
Watershed's over.
We nearly made it through the first one. Before we got an adult rating. X-rating fishing with the boys. After hours. That's what you should call it.
Hey, go on. I got it.
After
I got a man there in.
No.
That took a bit to get that in, though. I'll keep that one. Wow, I got one.
Nice.
I didn't think I was going to get
done.
one. So what other ones you got?
What, do you want to go to a different area?
Yeah, if you after this or something, yeah. But how long are we streaming for?
Well, you know me, I could be fishing for another 2 hours. We'll do another couple, shall we?
I mean, yeah, with it being a show.
Pick a number then between 1 and 20. Not the ones we've done.
Oh, I would say we'll go for
16. And then Scottish can choose the one after that.
Right,
Or
okay.
16.
And then we're
Yeah, it's a bit cold out
then
here
we
for
call
me,
it a night.
Yeah, put a jacket on.
Right.
Oh, Scott's whacking me with his fishing rod.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up my can of Coke.
Can of Coke?
Yeah. There we
I
go.
got no can of Coke.
I contemplated whether I should have had a drink tonight. Well, I was sort of thinking, shall I? Or shall I not? Have a little tipple.
How do you put them in there? How come I can't put one in there? I thought we could.
Have you got work today, Taz? I should ask, because we're obviously... we're obviously going to bed shortly. I just realised you're already up.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm wide awake.
That's Whackaday, isn't it? You wouldn't know that. Well, wide awake! God.
Yeah.
Timmy Mallet.
It's Saturday.
I don't suppose you know Timmy Mallet, do you, Taz? No,
Jimmy Mallet,
that's a
no,
British
doesn't ring
thing.
bells.
Yeah,
No.
whackaday. It's a kiddies
Nick
program.
could
It was.
probably
It's a
know.
bloke with a massive, great foam mallet, and he used to just whack kids on
That's
the
it.
head with it
Ah.
and get away with it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Again,
I don't think you can get away with that nowadays.
but he still does it now. That's the thing. He does it to adults now, doesn't he? He sort of goes round.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
does
And
it on
that's his thing, isn't it? It's like that's his catchphrase. He hits
Yeah, he
people
does
with
it
a
on
mallet.
That's it. He does it on
Yeah.
TikTok and that.
Aye. Oh, well, it's all about the VR with us,
VR,
baby.
baby. I was going to try and do your
I mean, I
intro.
hit people with the mallets, but only in VR.
InQuest VR.
I hit zombies. Zombies with mallets. But only in VR.
And you don't hunt each other and go
No.
blah.
It's like that's the only vowel that they know.
That's it.
Oh, you got away.
Voice acting for that role must be fantastic. Now I need passion. I need gusto. But above all, I need nearly dead. Perfect. Next.
That's it. I know. You imagine the
Yeah.
job description, eh?
Voice actor wanted. Must be good at dead.
So did you all see Scotty's moustache? Oh, sorry, got the right guy.
No, you're fine.
Just
I look at this
Scotty's
wee one.
moustache, it's blue. It
Tickle
makes
you
it
on the
top.
nose.
Yeah, but if I was able to, I would have put a white cross on it, guys, for St Andrew's
Oh,
crossing.
it's Scotland. Scotland. Well, we've got the best of three worlds here,
Are we
guys.
going to go to level 16 then?
We've got Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it.
Let's
Look
go
at-
16
Look at
and
the
then
size of
do
that.
one more
Let's-
afterwards. And then I think we shall
Oh.
end the stream. There you go. Oh,
That's it.
Yeah.
that's lovely.
nice.
Where's the beers?
That's
Yeah.
my camper. I bagged that
If the
camper.
campers are rocking, don't
Exactly.
come a
Come on
knocking.
holiday. That's it. It's a bit
Yeah.
close to the water, eh?
Hey, did you know midlife as well? I don't know if you've
What's that?
known this. Is you can actually go in and change your position. You know how you got
Yeah.
your Oculus, right? And you got like a whole heap of stars, and you can pick where you want to be. Have you done
Where's that? What do you mean?
Good question. Good
Yeah.
question. It's in not settings. Oh yes, it's the player position. It's if you look down along the bottom, it's a little looks like a helmet but with a cross.
Oh no, that's adjusting your height. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, no, it adjusts your
you
height.
can
Yeah,
alter
yeah.
your
I sort of
height
wondered
and
where you're
mine-
going there.
mine's dead centre.
Yeah, no, that's just like so if you're sitting down but you want to appear like you're standing up a bit, then you can do that. Yeah.
Right.
I thought, what's he going on about?
That's it.
Oh yeah. No, that's right. That's when you saw you.
I thought, I thought I'm going to go and put myself on the island over there.
That's it. Taz was looking at the pub
Yeah.
across there. He said, I can
Yeah,
see a pub from
it's
here.
closed. Sorry, takeaways only.
Yeah.
Where's the knackers? We go to axes.
I'm loving it. Oh, there's your first strike. Copyright.
No. I'm surprised that there isn't one in here. Eh? Golden fucking.
Do you know, I
Well,
realised
I'm
we'd
sending
done
you the phone, guys,
this.
anyway, I can
I was so
honestly say.
concentrating on you guys to getting your recommendations in, I didn't do my one. I spent all that time doing that video, and I forgot to do my own recommendation of the week.
So what's your
Oh,
recommendation?
funny you should ask, Scottish. Thanks for asking. If you'd known how much trouble I went to do that video as well, to get the sound and everything on it. So everybody that's still here, the special after hours midlife VR recommendation of the week is Shadow Point.
Oh, Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, I love that game.
I'm sure there's a fantastic actor's voice used in that
Yeah.
one. Eh?
There
That
is.
game.
Funny you should ask that, Scottish. It's narrated by Patrick Stewart,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons why you can't actually use the original trailer, because when you record it to enable you to show it again, they take all the voice acting out of it and it just crackles. So,
Wow.
but
I've never actually
have
played
you
that
not
game.
played it? It is a fantastic
good.
game, I have to say, Shadow Point. It
Yeah.
reminds me
Yeah.
of very much of Fisherman's Tale, and it was out a long time
Yes.
before that. It's by Coatsink. Is it Coatsink? I think it was. Yeah, it is Coatsink,
it's-
isn't it?
it's
Because of the
brilliant.
art style.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's by Coatsink, and the actual game is all about manipulating objects to shadows and creating the shadows on the wall. And you
Right.
might think, well, that's quite easy, you know, I'll hold a square up and that's how it starts, and you'll start with a square shadow on the wall. But as you progress through the game, you start being introduced to more complex puzzles. So you get handed a mirror not long in,
Wow.
and if you look at the object through the mirror, it morphs into something else, and then you'll have to combine different objects. You may have to reach into the mirror and pass an object to yourself, which is really, you know, that's where, much like Fisherman's Tale, where you're looking at yourself from outside. And,
Yeah,
and
well,
sort of playing
yeah.
with your own character, you know, utilising the different sizes. It works on that side of the game as well. And it's all about the girl that's gone missing, and she went up to this observatory, which is, it must be miles away, because you start off travelling up there, it's daylight. By the time you get up there, it's night time, so God knows how long it takes to get up there. And it's all about you open these portals, and each portal you go into, you're solving all these different puzzles, and you're getting more of the story. And as you're going along, you meet the girl, and she's aging, and she'll say, "Where have you been? It's been 5 years," but actually, it's only in the game. You've only been gone for a few minutes, and the story's enveloping, and you're finding she's aging, you're not. And she's been, I think she's been gone for something like 18 years or something like that at one point that I saw.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely fantastic. It's definitely, it's a game that came out early on in the Quest's life, and it's one that
I've
gets,
heard of
if
it,
you have a
yeah.
look, all the reviews are 4s or 5s, but nobody really talks about it at all, and it's one that's overlooked.
Wow.
And I would just highly recommend checking out Shadow Point. I think it's $14.99. Yeah, and it's definitely worth checking out. And obviously that good checking out that I forgot to mention it.
So have you got a trailer you're showing, huh?
I could show the video, Taz, but we're fishing.
I don't think we'll be missing, mate. Oops.
So yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It's one of those puzzle games that you'll just get lost in.
Yeah. Sadly, I never got a chance
Did
to
you not?
finish it. So
You streamed it, didn't you?
yeah, so I'd probably have to start again, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
it's a fantastic game, I admit.
I think I remember finishing it, and I think I'm just over halfway through it now. I've done about 5 of the
Yeah.
8 areas, I think.
I understand. Yeah, with me, what it was is I had it on the Quest 1, and then when I got the
Yeah.
Quest 2, I never
No.
really downloaded it again. And then I cleared the Quest 1 before
Yeah.
I gave it to my daughter. So she could put her opinion
Yeah.
on it.
I don't think they've upgraded the visuals at all on it, or done anything to it. No.
I don't think so.
But yeah, it's there. It's that's my VR recommendation of the week.
Oh, you got a salmon, a chum salmon would like to show.
Do you want me to take this one off the line
What's the
for you,
plans for the
Taz?
Oh, I got it.
Do you want to pick a number, Scottish?
Greenland.
I'll pick
4.
4.
Let's go to number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number
4 on the door.
Baby. Is that the one with the little boat in the middle of the lake? It could be.
I'm not sure. I just
Yay! It is. Hello.
Hey!
Oh, cool. Cool.
Oh,
I've never been
the
to
wet
this one
weather's
either.
coming in. Oh,
That's
bugger.
it.
Here it comes. As soon as you get out here, starts raining, doesn't it?
Where's your coat?
That's it. It's like the weather of Inverness today.
Oh, it's all right. It was all right where I was. It's lovely. Sun was shining. Freezing though. Bloody hell. I don't like that in the
We
morning.
were the same.
That's a shock.
No, especially you.
Yeah, I know.
That was
Yeah.
some frost.
I think it was about -2 last night.
Wow.
So I don't know how long you want to do this stream for then, but like as I said,
I think we catch one more fish each. I will do the I'll show the trailer for Shadow Point, and then I think we'll call it a night.
That's it, guys.
No worries. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the fish.
Yeah.
As I say, couple of glitches, but we'll get there. We'll get there, brand new. So, gotta go with the flow. Gotta go with the
That's
flow.
it. It's fantastic though. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
it,
no,
guys,
it's
to be
brilliant.
honest.
You never know.
Hell
You
of
never
a
know
laugh
how
about
it's going to work out, do you? But it's you know, I think
That's it.
Well, man. And bear in mind, you guys are using Oculus Quest 2 and I've got Oculus Quest 1, so, you know, it's bound to run out. You know.
oh right. Don't play the poor brother on me. The poor cousin. The poor cousin. The poor Taz there. Poor Taz there with the supercomputer that he posted all the pictures of. Cost about it cost about 6 of his pet dogs, and yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's chicken eggs.
It's told his golden egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick's not allowed to buy a pair of shoes for 6 years, and poor old Taz has got an Oculus Quest 1. With
I'm hoping to get an Oculus Quest 2, so don't worry.
I think we just put the
That's it,
kibosh on that,
that's it,
mate.
guys.
It's
But it definitely ran out.
Yeah.
Though. I don't know. I thought it would have lasted, but I didn't realise how low
No.
it must have been. You know, it obviously didn't give me.
oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It
No.
doesn't. It's like what you say. They just cuts it.
Yeah.
Cuts out, yeah.
No, it's,
Righto, when you do caught those last ones, I'm going to do the...
yeah. Oh, poor Taz is timed
Oh,
out again.
Taznic! We shall do the Shadow Point as soon as you build that one in. We'll do the Shadow...
Yeah. Oh, I jumped off.
Okay, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to leave you with the trailer for Shadow Point, and we will catch you all again soon with episode 2.
Yeah, thanks very much, everybody in the chat and everybody viewing the us
Yeah,
today.
thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming
guys.
in and joining us. Thanks for your comments, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Gravity changed like a feather in flight. I've got time, I've got time. Love is the flame surrounded by night. I've got time till you come. A one-sided song with a lovely refrain. I've got time, I've got time. Searching her memories again and again. I've got time till you come. Under the starlight, I wonder to